glad you could join me. It is definitely winter here now. We've had quite the deep freeze, so I thought we could check out this magazine that's a few years old. This is from November, December 2020, and it's the Midwest. Living. Soul food, winter walks, indie gifts, paper crafts. Let your heart be light. In the front here we have a large home with stained glass windows, and the doorway is surrounded by a lit garland. There's some decorative evergreens with lights, and then there's these what looks like glass ornaments and pieces out in the front, and the snow lit up. It's pretty, and there's a woman walking her dog. And of course, there's all of these lovely advertisements during the winter for Fort Myers and Sanibel, Florida, because it's warm. And they're enticing us to go there, aren't they? Let's see the contents. We have come together, personal stamp, save room, to market, glow in the dark. That looks yummy, doesn't it? Here we have some gift ideas: a necklace, a purse or bag, a mug, some black peach tea, some sea salt scrub, and a candle. Oh, here's actually an advertisement for the Canadian Maritimes and St. Lawrence Seaway. Probably wouldn't want to check that out this time of year. Sleep number bed. Let's look at this home and garden. We have a present in gray with stripes. We have what looks to be paper tassels here. Instead of gold leaf craft paper, you can use contrasting colored paper for the tassels waistband. So we have a craft of tassel toppers. Cut 1/2 inch wide strips of plain craft paper into 12 10-inch lengths. Lay strips in a starburst pattern, like an asterisk with a lot more arms. Attach each strip to the one on top of it at the center using a glue stick. Let dry. Loosely bend the strips in half to make a bundle. Glue a strip of gold leaf craft paper. So see the smart code above. Around the bundle, 1 inch from the top. For a hanger, slip a a slim gold ribbon through the opening below where the strips are folded over. Here we have hang individual ornaments on a tree or string a few together as a mantle or mirror garland, or group a larger display as wall decor. So shapeshifter, ceramicist Laura Brown works with raw clays made in Michigan to craft hand-thrown pottery pieces like cups and bowls. For the holidays, snag these geometric ornaments, a few for gifts, a few for yourself, from $12 each. LouPottery.com. We have an ace in the hole. Housed in a historic carriage home in Excelsior, Minnesota, Ace General Store is a one-stop shop for men's gifts. Score apothecary goods like cologne and beard oil, mini Edison lanterns, American-made apparel, and plant-dyed face masks from this spot that also serves as a community hangout with bonfires and concerts. Shop acegeneralstore.com. So we have a progressive ad, which is for insurance, and it says, "There's a reason why they say curse like a sailor. That's why we offer basic plans." So it says it has a buoy out in the ocean for sea lion on it. It says caution, keep left. It's blankety blank red, blankety blank right, blankety blank returning. The blanking ocean is behind you, so keep blankety blank left because it's blankety blank red, blankety blank right when you're blankety blank returning. And then it says to report damaged markers. Anyway, let's see here. We have small wonders. Minimum effort, maximum impact. That's the allure of a powder room makeover. The Midwest creatives behind these 5 Instagram beauties dish on the details. So here we have a mirror hanging and reflecting the doorway of this powder room and some very bright wallpaper. So we have risky business, turquoise trim, juicy lemons, bring 'em on. Lively patterns or big colors won't overwhelm a tiny room as they might a large one. But do remember this rule of thumb: if you have bold or busy walls, calm them with neutral floors and vice versa. Sideshow, a wall mount corner sink or any petite model tucked in this spot can allow you to shift a room's layout or open up what little space you have. Using a peg or hook versus a towel bar saves space, and an off-center mirror keeps things informal and playful. Let's see, we have another mirror with plaid wallpaper, another white sink with soap and gold fixtures, and a little vase with white flowers, a piece of artwork with a bird that has dogwood blooms on it, purple towel over the edge. And it says, "Smoke and mirror, show off your personality," says designer Bria Hamill. Swap a blah frameless mirror for a shapely one with a stylish finish. Go big to bounce light and make the room seem larger and brighter. So in this bathroom, it's much darker. We have the top is black, and then there's a cabinet base. It's brown with gold knobs and handles. A round mirror, large, bold wallpaper again, this time in black and white, or black and green, I'm not sure. And then we have these little lights on either side of the mirror that have green shades, and a dark vase with flowers, and a towel hanger with a hand towel. Pedestal sinks have trended lately, but don't dismiss a vanity. Just choose one with character. Here, reed panels and an arched backsplash lend a traditional vibe, especially paired with botanical wallpaper and twin sconces. Every powder room needs great mood lighting, designer Heidi Woodman says. And then here's another bathroom, and this one appears to be very dark all the way around, including the ceiling and the walls. It says, "Be real, white walls will never make a 3x4 room look big. Instead, embrace jewel box intimacy. Designer Jennifer Bunsa chose these hand-painted Porter Talea wallpaper to get more textural depth than she would with flat paint." Interesting, but not my thing. I don't think I could handle a bathroom that's dark. I mean, when you go into the bathroom to cry, you just get sucked into the darkness. Here we have a bright, cheery bathroom with, let's see, white, looks like tile or lap board maybe, backsplash area, gray cabinet with silver handles and knobs, a white top and sink with silver faucet. I have a tray here with the soap, a little vase with a pink flower, and a canister of some sort. Then you have this white mirror. It's got some architectural details on it, made to look like a window, I believe. Then you have this pink crystal chandelier at top. That's pretty fun. And then a bright floral curtain for the shower. Here we have table leaves. Kind of like how tables, you put in a leaf to make it larger, which is an insert that goes into the table. But here we're actually talking about the leaves of poinsettias. They appear to be made with cocktail napkins that are red and put together with a little bit of gold in the center. So here it shows you how to do it. You fold your napkin in half, then you fold them into quarters, and then cut them into a leaf shape. So you come out with this 4 leaves. Then it looks like you layer them top of each other, and then looks like you fold it and put a hole with a hole punch in the middle. Run your string through there to tie it all together tightly. And then, in this case, they put a dab of glue and then poured glitter in the middle. But you could probably put like some type of glitter ribbon or a pipe cleaner in there. Crimson may say Christmas, but a coral or yellow poinsettia looks right from fall through New Year's Day. Try these varieties: majestic pink, gold rush, love you hot pink, peppermint ruffles, classic white, and envy. All the trimmings. Poinsettia leaves become real showstoppers when cut for petite displays. Place them in little glasses, but first dab away sap and burn the ends with a lighter. There's boxwood, small leaves. The red twig dogwood, whose bark on its limbs are very bright red and pretty, especially in the winter. Green conifers, such as eastern white pine, Norway spruce, or green giant arborvitae. Winterberry, ancient evergreens, false cypress, blueberry junipers and blue spruce, blue hollies and red-berried hollies, river birch, here we have some recipes from the chefs. Clarissa Morley from Indianapolis, George Formara from Des Moines, Ann Kim from Minneapolis. So here we have a toasty graham pumpkin pie. Looks delicious and interesting with the seeds. Then we have Thanksgiving lasagna. That looks very tasty. And roasted Japanese sweet potatoes. It's an interesting take. Here we have life. Recognizing that animals can help heal, Veterans Community Project lets village residents keep pets. Let's see, so we have launch pads. Since 2015, Veterans Community Project in Kansas City, Missouri, has supported more than 4,000 veterans. The nonprofit offers emergency assistance and other services at its Veterans Outreach Center, plus transitional housing for homeless vets, many suffering from PTSD. The 240 square foot homes include bed, bath, kitchen, and Wi-Fi, plus stability, security, privacy, and a sense of pride. A second village will open next summer outside Denver. The organization is aiming for 5 more by 2022. With each expansion, says Jason Kander, president of National Expansion, a new group of American veterans is mobilized to once again contribute to the community it calls home. Sounds like a worthwhile investment. Interesting. Here we have some more gift ideas. Looks like beauty products, some balm, hand lotion, nail oil, leave-in conditioner, some moisturizer, and lanolin ointment. Here's Midwest Made, Make, Mine, Local. We have a map planter of St. Louis from Place Value Pottery, Midwesty. From Dubuque, Iowa, shopthemidwestgirl.com. Single origin chocolate bars from Petoskey, Michigan, from Crow and Moss. And we have a tic-tac-toe board from Otrio.com in Highland Park, Illinois. We have some sleep masks from Sheboygan Falls, Wisconsin, from houseoflingor.com. A forged skillet from Logan, Ohio, from the makers of handforgediron.com. Look at these pretty vases or vases, however you want to say it. This is from distillery.com in Thompsonville, Michigan. We have some bath bombs from provenancesoaps.com. We have some birds. Passeriforms, Creatures of the Order Prince in Minneapolis, Kelsuki.com. Then we have a cedar tray from prettysimpleshop.etsy.com from St. Cloud, Minnesota. Looks like we have lots more gifts. Interesting. Licorice and hats. Oil bottle and hand towels. All kinds of stuff. Right on. Lift your spirits in 10 minutes by putting pen to paper and make someone else's day too. When you can't get together in person and you're burned out on video calls, try a handwritten note. A survey by the U.S. Postal Service in April of 2020 showed that 1 in 6 consumers were sending more letters and cards to family and friends in hopes of feeling less isolated. So this was during the pandemic. And according to scientists, it works. Letter writing, similar to journaling, has been linked to greater contentment, reduced stress, and more positive thinking, says Allison G. Johnson, behavioral health manager at Northwestern Medicine Central DuPage Hospital near Chicago. Plus, writing by hand rather than keyboard helps to slow down your thoughts. It takes time, says Johnson, and giving ourselves this can be relaxing, both physically and mentally. And of course, receiving mail has mental health benefits too, making us feel appreciated and remembered. Try jotting a postcard to a different friend each week. Build a pen pal relationship with a grandchild. Or send cards to nursing home residents. A thoughtful note is more than enough. Or check out the ideas below from All She Wrote Stationery Boutique in Chicago for putting a little extra magic in the mailbox. Adding flair in swapping vintage postage stamps, can swap recipes, or get inked. Says enroll in online calligraphy course. I actually find writing to be very relaxing, and I will do it. Although I'm not a journaler, I just have never been able to journal. It's just not my thing, but I do like writing other things down. Let's see. Oh, here we have businesses shared it. Proceeds must go to a local social justice cause. Breweries around the world have signed on, including more than 160 in the Midwest. You can visit blackisbeautiful.beer to find a participating brewery near you. Here's a little piece on West Omaha. Got some eateries. Blazed Trail. One night each year, candles light the way into one of the biggest freshwater cattail marshes in the country. That's pretty cool. The soft glow of 500 twinkling luminarias beckons my husband and me into southern tip of Horicon Marsh. Our boots crunch along the snowpack. Clouds of steam puff from our mouths. It's 10 degrees on this January evening and feels even colder with the wind chill. Yet 1,500 intrepid souls have bravely ventured out to explore a legendary southern Wisconsin wetland via candlelight. Many more visitors than that flock to Horicon Marsh every spring and fall to spy some of the 250,000 birds who use it as a pit stop in their annual migration. But no one is birding tonight. Instead, our mission is to experience a tiny patch of the 33,000-acre marsh on a cold winter's eve. Protected by both state and federal agencies, Horicon serves as a critical habitat for more than 300 species of birds, plus muskrats, red foxes, frogs, turtles, and more. Very cool. And that's by Melanie Ratzicki McManus, and the photographer was Anne Champeau. See, we have Town and Treasure Christmas. There's lots of advertisements for travel in here. It's some displays in Ohio. Here we have Come Together. On Thanksgiving, Gerard Glass remembers his childhood table, an oak one with leaves that reunited and snapped into place each year like relatives getting reacquainted after 2 long absences. It felt longer than a 67 Lincoln Continental, but it could never fit all the family, the in-laws, the new girlfriends, old boyfriends, neighbors, and friends. No matter, space was always made. The china hutch dispensed its cake servers and tureens. There were suit jackets and ties, heels that matched the dress, collars for kids, flouncy skirts for babies. Thanksgiving is my absolute favorite holiday, so much so that Thanksgiving was one of the names in the running for my restaurant, Gerard says. Instead, the chef and his wife and co-owner Brittany opted for Soul Bowl. They opened their first casual cafe a year ago in Gray's Provisions and Libations, a food hall in Minneapolis' hot North Loop. I wonder if they're still there. I hope so. At Soul Bowl, Gerard Glass sears fillets, then brushes them in spiced cranberry sauce. That sounds yummy. But for holiday drama and ease, you can just roast a whole side of salmon, toss a few citrus slices on the pan too for a garnish. Ooh, or you could throw like a cranberry sauce on there, that'd be delicious. You can make it the sauce ahead, but leave the salmon for last. It roasts in just 8 to 10 minutes. Here we have a spiced cranberry sauce. Gerard purees jellied cranberry sauce with onion, cayenne, and Chinese 5-spice powder. Here we have a combination of collards and lighter bok choy. This spicy, smoky side cooks slow and slow on the stove top. And up here we have a common cornbread dressing with chopped jalapeno, the dressing with fresh sage, rosemary, and thyme. Oh man, look at these. Then we have some mashed potatoes, of course, and roasted cauliflower. Interesting, so it combines with roasted cauliflower, powdered ranch dressing. We have, oh, this is butter made with parsley thyme. Nice. And here we have some lemon pepper Cornish hens, candied yam slices, yum, and then a pecan pie. Oh, so this genius sweet and salty recipe calls for pretzels, so the nut allergy folks at the table can finally have in on the goodness of pecan pie. That sounds yummy. Here we have a personal stamp. It says on the outside, you can hardly tell this North Dakota home from its suburban neighbors. Inside, though, that's another story. Clouds are quite lovely, aren't they? Boy, I bet that takes some time. Use a 6-inch diameter PVC pipe in an 8 by 8 inch baking pan. Fill the pan with an inch or two of water inside and around the pipe. Freeze it solid. Add 1/2 cup water to the inside of the pipe to fill any gaps or cracks in the ice, and then freeze for an hour or more. Add cold water to the pipe to desired height, leaving at least 2 inches at the top. Place a flat piece of foam on top of the pipe. Weight down with a rock so it doesn't blow away. Freeze, checking regularly until ice is 1 to 1.5 inches thick around the inside of the pipe, and water remains in the middle. 12 hours at 0 degrees for a 24-inch pipe, so 24-inch long. Tip the pan into a sink to pour water from the luminaria's unfrozen center, and then run water over the baking pan until it can be removed. Use a hammer to gently break ice off the base outside the pipe. Let thaw until ice loosens from the pipe, about 30 minutes. Push ice down with one hand while pulling the pipe up with the other to get it apart. Place luminaria over a clustered string of outdoor LED lights, or flip over and light with a floating candle. Interesting. And then this one they use a balloon. And here they use a 5-gallon bucket or pail. Interesting. More food. Okay, well, that was a nice little flip through of this Midwest Living magazine. Hope you enjoyed taking a little bit of a journey